The transition from high school to real life can be tough, right? But a new service in the district hopes to make that transition a little easier. So up next, we'll learn more about the dorm and how it helps to guide people into independence. It's 8:26 on a Thursday, 38 degrees. We'll be right back.
Thanks very much. To switch gears a little bit right now and cover the district. High school graduation is just a few months away, and some students might opt for a gap year before college to help them figure out what they want to do in life and gain so-called real-world experience. But making that decision can certainly be harder for some than others. And then some struggle with newfound independence, whether it's right after high school, during college, or after. And that's where the Dorm DC comes into play, which is a full-service community treatment group for people 18 to 35 to help guide them to independence. And here to tell us more is Sarah Harte, director of the Dorm DC. Thanks, Sarah, for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So we just kind of gave the gloss over there. We're really trying to help people adjust to life, whether it be, the transition to college, struggles during school, the pressures that come with it, or perhaps after school getting into the real world, so to speak, right?
Yeah, we understand that a lot of college preparation is about getting into college. And a lot of students, there was a study recently that said about half or more than half of first-year students wish they would have had more emotional preparation for university studies, not just the academic preparation. So we're helping them with the social and emotional skills that they need to be able to be have optimal performance in their college years, or if college is not what they're working on, we can prepare them for not just getting the job, but maintaining the job.
Numerous diagnoses that can take advantage of the facilities that you have there, but what are some of the things that we're looking at here that we're trying to help people out with?
We find mood disorders are the most common, so that's depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder. But we also work with folks who struggle with substance use, eating disorders, histories of trauma, and other kinds of problematic behaviors that they need some professional support with.
And you don't cut off at an age point, but you really see a lot of the students, the younger professionals, right?
Young adults. So we start around 18 and go up through the 20s and even early 30s. We're really helping people launch into their sustainable life, to build a life that is the best life for them, wherever they might be, whether that's university or life after school.
So some people might say, look, I'm having trouble adjusting, but I have my own therapist who helps me. Why would I need a facility like what you're offering?
Well, one of the coolest things about the dorm is that we have a clubhouse space, and we really focus on building community with our clients and a relationship with a therapeutic team. So we encourage our clients to spend time together, make friends, and that helps reduce some of the isolation and loneliness that young people often really struggle with.
I know you worked at GW before you moved over to your current role. What is it about DC that is creating so much stress amongst these young people?
Well, DC has some really high-performing schools. There's a lot of pressure, competition. There's often a belief that the 4 years of university are the make-or-break time in people's lives, and that's not necessarily true. It also sets people up for a pretty steep fall if they need to take an alternative path. So those schools are so amazing and offer such amazing opportunities, but sometimes people need a little bit more support to get through.
So you talked about the mood disorders, and we touched on the depression, but it really goes as far as you mentioned substance abuse, learning disabilities, really everything is welcome, right?
We have a really holistic approach to our treatment, so we provide some academic support with academic advisors, academic assessment, but we also have a holistic approach with nutrition, health and wellness programming, yoga classes, exercise routines, and things like that really approach the mood disorders from all angles.
Now, I know you're a private venture. If people want to take advantage of this, does insurance cover any of this cost?
We work with out-of-network insurance benefits, so we have an advocacy group that helps families recoup as much of the reimbursement as they can from their health insurance companies.
All right, you're in DuPont, and the bottom line is you have then the options are it sounds like the professional care is there, but the peer-to-peer contact, how important is that?
Super important. Young adults are really about building their found families or their connections with their peers as much as their families of origin. And so we really want to be able to provide a supportive space where they connect with like-minded peers. And it can be really empowering to find other folks who are a little stuck and become unstuck together.
You need that other person to relate to for sure. Sarah, thanks for joining us this morning. The information you can find at thedorm.com. And you can get all your information there. If you have more questions, you'll find out more. You're absolutely welcome. Let's get to talking with a check on the forecast.